Good day to my classmates and Professor Pruitt. In week 9 of our English in the Digital Environment class, we explored the dreaded research paper and conducted historical research on literature, and then were instructed to complete an annotated bibliography. The class focused on the novel Passing by Nella Larsen and required quite a bit of reading of critical reviews and historical context along with the novel itself. Scholarly articles and journals were brought to the forefront of our research, and the annotated bibliography is the savior of both a works cited page and notes on all sources one is trying to keep track of while putting together a research paper. Let's take a look at a skill we developed and explore how to create an annotated bibliography. Once you have your resources, i.e. scholarly articles and journal research, you have read, annotated, and thoroughly picked apart your research materials. Only then may you begin your annotated bibliography. We are using MLA as our guide for an annotated bibliography. It's like a normal bibliography, but with annotations or notes. These notes help summarize and keep track of what each source was about and the significance of the material to you as the writer. As you might have many scholarly articles to run through, this will help you keep track. Let's take a look at a finished annotated bibliography that I completed for week 9 of our class. Here you can see in MLA format the works cited page where I have my material right here, touched up the tar brush, which is taken from our edition, edited by Carla Kaplan, of Passing. So I have cited also the pages where this occurs in the book. So I have a quick reference guide when I'm reading back over these materials and creating my actual research paper. So as you can see, it's about a paragraph, maybe a shorter paragraph in the world of research papers. And it's a summary. I'm not going into extreme depth in detail, but it's enough to jog my memory and say, okay, this is what this article was about, and this is how I can use it. So to read a couple sentences, a summary that I wrote, my annotations for the bibliography, read as such. Having been written in the year 1929, along with several other criticisms in this anthology, this text contains many racial slurs and sentiments and gives the modern reader a taste of the time period. This being the least offensive in read criticisms, Seabrook regards Passing as a, quote, good novel. That is, without the clutter of incident and talk, which impede the progress of most novels. And I have quoted here, I have cited an in-text citation here. It's a little redundant to say. Okay, and further into the annotation, I have a few more in-text citations. As we continue down on my annotated bibliography, we see another source, the page numbers, and then a few sentences, again, as annotations that would help me remember what this source was about. And once more. Sometimes less is more here in the context of annotations. And a few more examples down here, again, with a reference of page numbers and my opinion and summary of the material. So I hope this gives you a little bit of a preview of an annotated bibliography. Unless asked for by a professor, you would not include this in a formal research paper. Then you would just have your works cited page to show where you cited your material from for your in-text citations. This is very much for the writer of the research paper and very much lends a hand into remembering what all of your materials were about and what they backed up for your topic sentences or theses of your paper. Thank you for listening and have a great rest of your weekend.